Okay, well today I'm going to show you guys how to hand mount a photograph to glass, or you could do to acrylic or any substrate. I also do photography as well, doing all my gardening stuff and maple syrup. So I have I do a farmer's market every Friday in Fallon Falls starting in the next few weeks. I'm trying to get this stuff ready, and what I'll be doing, once I get them on the glass, I'll be mounting them into these old window frames that I've cleaned up and stained and everything, and they make pretty cool picture frames. So some of the tools you need, first you really want to make sure your glass is clean. So luckily my brother has a window washing company, so I've just been using his squeegee and his brush that I clean it off with. So the first thing you want to do is clean the glass, which I've done already. I'll show you the finished product. So this is what it's going to look like once it's done. Unfortunately, the photo lab that I was using, they didn't make my print small enough, because I was hoping to have some float around the image, but it's going to be flush to the glass, which will be just as good. I checked it out before I mounted the other one. So some of the tools, this is one of the other tools you need. You need a little squeegee here, so when you're mounting it you can scrape it down. And as well, you need a spray bottle filled with water and 2 drops of dish soap, just to help restrict it from sticking too much, because if there's some dust or if it moves too much, you want to be able to reposition it. So I'm going to move this stuff out of the way here quickly first. So like I said, I've already got the glass clean, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to give a quick spray here, just get a bit of moisture on it, not too much. And I'm just going to give my print a quick wipe down, just in case there's a little bit of dust on it from sitting around. You don't want to get that on the glass or anything, and get the back wiped down as well. Good thing I did, I just noticed some specks of dust there. So this print here has double-sided clear adhesive on it. So they mount it to the face of the print, and then what you're going to do, you're just going to peel the piece of plastic back that's holding onto the adhesive, and we're just going to mount it on. So when you're doing this, you want to bring it back maybe about 6-7 inches just to get it tacked onto place first. And sometimes this stuff's a bit tricky to get off, but this one's fairly straightforward. So there we go, I've got it back about 6 inches here. So now I'm just going to line it up onto the glass here. And I've put some towels down on the table as well, so I'm not scratching my glass up. I want to keep it so it's not going to get scratches, because I intend to sell these. So this is lined up pretty good there. So I'm just going to tack down the front piece a little bit here with my fingers, and I'm going to take a squeegee and just give a quick little scrape here and come across the top just to get it tacked down. When you're doing this, you really want to make sure that you're going to start from the middle and work your way outside, so you're getting all the air bubbles out of your print. If you don't, there might be a few air bubbles and they're really hard to scrape out with a scraper. Normally if you're using a roll machine, it's a lot easier. You just put it in, roll it in, and no bubbles, and it's a lot quicker. But I don't have that luxury here. So next step, I'm just going to pull the release liner back a few inches here and just lay it down so it's nice and loose. Take my scraper, work myself from the center. I'm pressing quite hard as well, just to make sure I'm getting all the air and water out. I like to go over it a few times. So what I'll do, I'll just give you a quick show. So that's what it's starting to look like. It's looking pretty good so far. So I'll continue the process here. So once again, you're just going to pull your release liner down a few inches here, just straight down lightly. Start from the center, scraping straight down, working your way to the outside. And when you do this, you don't want to scrape right up over top of the release liner here, because what will happen is you'll get some indents from the release liner onto your print with this double-sided adhesive. So that'll kind of leave a bit of a mark on your glass or on the print, which I'll show through the glass. So try not to scrape over the release liner if you can avoid it. I'm gonna stick this down a bit more here. And I'm pressing really firmly now as well to make sure it's getting all that air and water out from underneath my print. And once you get to the last about 5 inches here, just pull your paper line right off. And just let it drop down nice and gently. And here we go. And I like to make sure I go right around the edges once I get it all down as well, making sure I'm getting them down nice and well here. Okay, so I've got it down. What I'm going to do, I'm going to flip it over quickly, check for some air bubbles inside to make sure that I've got them all out. So with this, I'm just going to have to hold it against the light here to kind of see. And this one looks pretty good. The first one I did had a few bubbles in it. So yeah, there's a bit of something, it's kind of peeling off on the top here, but I'll press this down a bit more. It doesn't matter too much along the edges, as it's going to be hidden from the frame anyways. Give it once over again. Okay. So this one looks pretty awesome. I'm pretty happy how this one turned out here. So there we go. Once I get this done, I will silicone them in the windows. Maybe I'll show you the full process of what I do for that. And as well with these ones, the prints are overhanging just a wee bit off the edges. So I'm going to let these dry a little bit. And once they're dry, I'll take my X-Acto knife. This is a really handy tool when you're doing printing type stuff. And I'm just going to take it along the edges here and give it a nice quick cut along to make it flush right against the glass. So when I'm mounting it into the frame, it's not going to peel it up. A few years since I've done this by hand, so I'm a bit out of practice, but this should work a lot better now. Yeah, it's working way better this way. I like it to use an up and down motion as well, just pulling it from the top to the bottom. Just gives a nice cleaner cut. There we go, that worked way better. So now I'm just going to turn it around and do this edge here. Just making sure that's flush against the glass so that when you mount it into your frames, that doesn't pull off. So I think I've just got this one last side here to do. There we go, so now it's nice and flush right against the glass. So now we're good to get it into the window frames. Okay, so now that my prints have been trimmed and dried, ready to mount, I will be mounting them in my window frame that I have here. Just using this silicone on the back. I'm using just a basic clear silicone. It's ready in 30 minutes. Other than that, you don't want to use white silicone. For this one it probably didn't matter, but if you're using my other prints I have where I have about an inch around, if you're using the white, it possibly could spill over. You can see it from the front, so I always use clear. So I've already pre-cut this. You just want to cut a small hole. I don't like too much coming out at once. Same as siliconing your bathroom or anything like that. So pop this in, get it ready. And as well, I've already pre-washed my windows before I put them in so that they're already clean. Here's the first one. And just making sure that they fit in properly. They should. So there we go. That one's good. This one's good. Double check from this side. Pushing down all the way. And there we go. Okay, so I'll do the first one here quickly. Once you get that all done and around, okay, so here goes the second one here. I like to make sure when I'm doing it, you're making sure you're getting it between the wood and the window as well, between the cracks there, so that you're actually getting a bond between the wood and the glass. And there we go. So that's it. I will now let this sit for overnight and then come back and flip it over and we'll have our pictures sealed in. So if anyone's doing this at home, I hope this has been helpful, and if you actually do this, I'd love to see the results.